Welcome to At Ease with Cooking. I'm Bonnie Kerschke, your host. Want to host a summertime party that will have plenty of ambience, delicious food, and will be a lot of fun? Then why not host a Mainland luau? Begin by bringing out those colorful tropical print shirts and blouses, find some good Hawaiian music, and stay tuned for some ideas for a luau menu. We have a number of recipes for you today, so we're going to begin right away with some recipes for Hawaiian beverages prepared by Elaine DeGrave and a tropical fruit salad that I'll be preparing. Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Bon. How are
I'm so
you?
glad you could be here today with us, as we're going to have a lot of fun. We're partying today, and you've got some great beverages for us.
Yes.
What's the first one you're going to do?
The first one's called an Island Sunset, and it's non-alcoholic, which, you know, some people would like to know that.
Yeah, and it's good if you have children at the party, that there's something for them to drink as well.
The first ingredients is 3 cups of pineapple juice that I'm just going to put in here. Everybody seems to like pineapple juice.
Oh, yes, it's delicious.
And I'm going to pass that over to
Okay, great.
you.
I'll take that from you.
And then a cup of orange juice.
Nice and healthy, too.
Oh, yes. And cooling, we're just going to stir this up a little bit. Put it in our glass.
Okay.
And I'm going to add some ice cubes. I should have done that first.
Oh, that's okay. It doesn't matter.
You know, if you're messed up, you're messed up.
There, that really looks really neat.
And then the part that looks really neat is to take some grenadine. We're just going to take a few tablespoons, but we just pour it down the side. And it makes it look like a Hawaiian sunset.
Yeah, that is pretty, that grenadine.
Isn't
Let's
that
look how
pretty?
beautiful that does. It really does look like a Hawaiian sunset.
And then we're just going to put just a little piece of lime on here, along with a cherry, which I've dropped.
Yeah, oh, this is great. Looks really pretty. Beautiful. That
looks pretty good.
Islands
That's the Island Sunset.
Okay.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. Now the next one is...
The next one is a pina colada.
Okay.
I don't know, do you want to drink this?
No. I'll put this over here for now.
And for that, we're just going to use 4 ounces of pineapple juice and crushed ice. So I'm going to put the ice in the blender first.
Okay.
If I can get it open.
Now we're using ice cubes. This is a blender that has a lot of power. It's an older one, so I think that we're going to be okay. In the past, it's always worked. But some of them don't have very much power, so you really do need the crushed ice.
And that's just, I just put in a half a cup of pineapple juice, and then we're going to put in 3 ounces of rum.
That's going to be a good one. This one we do want to mention that if you are going to be at a luau and you are going to have one of the drinks that has the alcohol in it, please pick a designated driver so you'll be around and other people will be around to enjoy another party. Just don't drink and drive.
Okay, and we'll just mix that all together, put it on high, hang on to the lid.
Yes.
Do you think I mixed that long
enough?
enough?
I think that's long enough. It's nice to have a little bit of ice in there to keep it nice and cool. That smells delicious, that coconut.
Does that mean that I'm the designated driver? And again, we're just going to spruce it up a little bit here.
With a nice
This is a little piece of pineapple and a cherry.
Great. Oh, that's a beautiful one too. That's the pina colada. Now, if you've ever been to Hawaii, one of the most popular drinks is a Mai Tai. And they can be either wonderful or they can be pretty bad. So what Elaine's going to do today is she's going to make one using a ready mix because, frankly, I've never found a recipe that I thought was really very good. But when you use the mix, it really turns out quite well. So I'm going to just pass this.
We tested it.
These items over to you. Remove the pina colada. And This is just a mix you can buy at the grocery store or some of the liquor stores. And it's really very simple drink.
It does say to use crushed ice. We are just going to use regular ice, I think. Unless you want to crush it.
No,
Should we
no,
crush it?
No, we'll be fine.
Okay. And here we have just about 4.5 ounces of the Mai Tai mix.
Okay.
And 1.5 ounces of rum. Smells good. And then we made a little decoration, which is, this is the top of the actual pineapple.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Along with a cherry, which I can't get it to stay in here.
I think we're going to put that little.
Oh, there we go. And then we'll just
an-
put a little
What
umbrella
would a
in
Hawaiian
there.
drink without an umbrella be?
Toast.
Beautiful. Okay, great,
That's
Elaine.
good.
Thank you so much
You're
for sharing
welcome.
those recipes. I'm going to be preparing that tropical fruit salad, and this is really so very easy. We're using some of the fruits that are available for us all year long, and then some that are a little bit more exotic. We've got 3 cups of cantaloupe. Sure, and I get every little morsel out. 3 cups of the honeydew, and I'm going to mix this as I go along.
That looks pretty, doesn't
Oh, the beautiful colors. 3 cups of the pineapple, fresh pineapple we want to use for this. It's a delightful, just delightful, refreshing salad. To give it a little bit more color, we're going to add 3 cups of strawberries that have been halved. You can see that beautiful color coming through. And then we've got a papaya. And this makes it a little bit more tropical. And this is what a papaya looks like when you get them in the grocery store. And when they're getting nice and yellow is when they'll be good and ripe, and they have this beautiful orange-colored flesh. You want to peel this, and then you want to take the seeds out, and then just cut it up and sprinkle it around in your salad ingredients. And then I've got a pretty lotus bowl here. I'm just going to put this in, and then we're going to decorate it with some more exotic tropical fruits.
Looks good.
There we go. We've got some kiwi. Just going to put that around. We've got some of that beautiful star fruit, some cherries, put a little bit more kiwi around. We've got some fresh mint and a few little kumquats. Just beautiful. There's our tropical salad. Now, coming up next, I'm going to be preparing Hawaiian Pineapple Delight. Hawaiian Pineapple Delight is really a delightful dessert, and it's very simple to make because it uses a lot of convenience foods. First of all, what you need is a package of a yellow cake mix. You want to make that up according to the instructions, and then you want to let it completely cool. When it's completely cooled, you want to take 2 3-ounce packages of the coconut cream instant pudding. Now be sure you use the instant pudding. With that, you'll need a quart of milk, and you'll also need an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. What you want to do is blend that all together, and then be sure your cake is completely cool, and you want to spread that on the top. Now, after you've spread that on the top, you're going to take one of the large cans of unsweetened pineapple and drain it really very well, and then you're going to sprinkle it over the top of this just delightful dessert. And we're going to do that rather quickly here. Try to get a little bit of it on every area of the cake so that each slice will have some of the delicious crushed pineapple on it. And as I mentioned, please be sure that you drain that thoroughly. What you're going to do once you've completed that section of it is you're going to take some of the Cool Whip. And you could use regular sweetened whipped cream if you would prefer. And you're going to need between an 8 and 12 ounce container of that. And you're just going to take it and spread it over all of this luscious pineapple. Going to have a really great layered dessert here. Spread it out as best you can to cover the whole dessert. And then when you're finished with that, we're going to add some flaked coconut over the top and then some chopped macadamia nuts. And those are really popular in Hawaii, the macadamia nuts. They're sometimes hard to come by in this part of the country. You have to check in your produce section, and they are a little costly. So I would say if you don't want to be real authentic in the Hawaiian, use another nut that you like, because they can be very, as I mentioned, very costly. Okay, so we'll get this about all covered up here, and at home you'll be taking a little bit more time and care while you're doing this, but we're really working a little bit under a time constraint this today. So then just take your coconut and sprinkle it all over. Now somebody's going to say, but my family doesn't like coconut. If they don't like coconut, use the instant vanilla pudding instead. Make it the same way, and we will have an address for the you can send for the recipes for all of these delicious items we're making today. Just use the vanilla pudding and skip the coconut layer, but don't forget the nuts. And if you can, use those macadamia nuts. They truly are a wonderful, wonderful nut. And here is one of the finished servings of our beautiful Hawaiian pineapple delight. Now, coming up next, I'm going to be preparing a snow pea medley side dish and deluxe sweet potato side dish. Our snow pea medley side dish is really going to go great with the rest of the menu that we have. And in an effort to save time so we can get through all of the recipes, I've started to prepare this already. I've taken a little oil, heated it up in a pan, put some pressed or chopped garlic in it, and I started with my 1 cup of onions. After they were cooking for a little while, I added my 2 packages of the snow pea pods. Those are 6-ounce packages of frozen. Then I've added 2 cups of mushrooms, and I keep stir frying here. If you have a wok for this, works beautiful for this recipe. Then I've added a 1/2 cup of red bell pepper, and I'm going to add 1 can of sliced water chestnuts that have been drained and rinsed and then drained again. And I have a little fresh ginger that I'm going to grate into here. This will give it a little bit of a zip. I'm not going to use too much, just a little bit. Flavor it. And this recipe is pretty well on its way to being completed. Add a little bit of freshly ground pepper, some salt,